Coach. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Rams. This one taken from the 7. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Tell you one. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Now Goff on first down. Open man, Higbee.
Ich verbessere die Führungsdust.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Oh.
Able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. 180.
Mike, let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
180.
58 to Mike. Not today, you aren't. Not
Kill.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
We own them. We own them.
On second and 12, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line. Like 20.
Here I come.
Out of the gun, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 51's right. 51's the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Brissett to throw on first. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's good for 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And a throw
Блядство.
incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like...
Блядь.
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know...
Да, блядь, на фальшину мешать, это иди нахуй, блядь.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Colts.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
With the score, Rams 14, Colts 3.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
On 2nd down.
Да пиздец, нахуй, ёбаный Дональд.
1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done.
блядь.
Allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, echo. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Danny. Kill.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. it. They passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a
Te
nice
blядство, а ну пиздец, слишком свай.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 36.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, 76, 76, 76.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. With 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
6-6, pull it high. Ric Flair. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Goff now looks to throw. Well, the 2 men coming.
Man!
And it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Bring it up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
So we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Brissett.
Silver.
And he'll just toss it away.
Bullshit,
So
Alter.
he throws it away, and that brings
Bullshit.
up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here comes Grant on the return. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Ah,
They get the kickoff to start the second half. So this is
vielleicht zu Boden, Black mal.
for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back to back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's Goff. The 20. This pass complete to Higgins.
Jetzt so einfach.
Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Goff now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Goff on 3rd down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Play to win. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really doing it. This is a really important drive.
Сука, ёбаный Дональд, wie der mir auf den Sack geht,
To
ey.
start a game, a lot of them script to start the second half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First down, Brissett. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Ah, mana barabuda, bah.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Brissett now. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Try to get it to Woods.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Out, 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 out. Sit, pull it, out. Go, go.
On 1st and 10, Brissett gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Блядь, Дональд, сука, ты меня так бесишь, блядь.
12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Funches has it complete.
Да, блядь!
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funches, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start this drive, or no, you just throw that out?
Face, Alter.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks.
Пиздец, нахуй, гайля пас, Alter.
Before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Recon, 132 fighter. 2. All right, set.
They run. It's Gurley. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Stifler ебаный, блядь.
Throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
58's the mic. 58.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line.
And it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You got tight right there.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff.
Jawohl!
Quincy Wilson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Kill.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Los Angeles. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
You can't block me. You can't.
They'll run on first down. Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Brissett. It's complete to Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brissett now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett. Green brings it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
Boom!
Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Goff now to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side.
Ay, 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 ay.
17 yards and also a Rams first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks.
Complete, да ёбаный в рот.
Pass midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
4 down, 4 down.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Ah,
He's got Higgins over the middle.
Mann.
Inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's
Ich wusste doch, dass dorthin spielt, Alter.
Get it down to the 7. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tja, Risk.
Snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Even. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. You got nothing today. 58 to Mike.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be
Ah
heading
ja,
towards
Frust kommt jetzt raus.
overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Go. 120. 54. Here we go. Check three.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, yeah.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Goff now looking to throw. They got a man. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both
Volleyball,
ways.
Volleyball. Ich spiele nicht im Blick Volleyball.
And sometimes you throw it so hard, your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, Goff. And Woods has it complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Goff now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Ah, ja znał.
For a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Indianapolis, The win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
They love to hate me the same. Okay, so when I